What else is going on, Frank?
Well, these protests are still going on around the country, and it's not just the police that are being targeted here. It's not just St. Patrick's Cathedral. It's not just George Washington's statue down by where we work normally in Lower Manhattan. But one of the unexpected victims, maybe it shouldn't be unexpected, one of the unexpected victims, at least to some extent, of these protests, one of the unexpected targets, has been, of all people, Christopher Columbus. Now, you might ask yourself, what does Christopher Columbus have to do with George Floyd's death? I couldn't tell you. I don't think he had anything to do with George Floyd's death. However, that didn't stop a mob of 1,000 protesters yesterday in Richmond, Virginia, from first spray painting the statue of Christopher Columbus, then taking a bunch of rope and tearing it down and pushing it into the water, tearing the statue down, pushed it into the ocean. But that's not the only Columbus statue that's been victim to the angry mob. Now we're seeing that in Boston, a Christopher Columbus statue in Boston's North End was beheaded last night, and this is the latest monument to be toppled or vandalized amidst protest over the death of George Floyd. I mean, once you see an angry mob toppling statues that have stood for 100 years, this is not usually the kind of thing you think of as being in America. We do have a process, for better or worse, of taking down statues. We take down statues and monuments all the time to go along with what the social media justice warriors want. But usually you don't have an angry mob take it upon themselves to behead it or spray paint it, or in the case of Richmond, Virginia, push it into the ocean. It's not just a sad day for America, in my judgment. It's a sad day for
Why are they going after
Western
Christopher
civilization.
Columbus? Like, what does Christopher Columbus have to do with George Floyd being, unjustifiably killed by a cop? I don't get it. And not for nothing, this is getting under my skin, okay? Because first of all, the window on our studio got kicked in by these rioters, okay? And I'm still going to get some justice for that. You watch, okay? But now, as a proud half Italian American, I'm Italian and Irish, okay? Why are they going after Christopher Columbus? Where's all my Italian brethren out there? Why don't we start the regatta riots and go down there and start whipping quarts of regatta at the rioters who are trying to take down the Christopher Columbus? He's a patron saint of Italian heritage, and why is he getting thrown and killed and decapitated and spray painted?
Well, he's not a saint, but nobody's saying he's a saint. But the issue is, I don't think it's an Italian issue. I mean,
it's an Italian issue.
I don't think it is. I think everybody should be upset with an angry mob taking it upon themselves to destroy a monument. No, but they know
that the Italian people in America are not like big rioters. So they know they can go after our symbols of heritage, like Christopher Columbus, and nobody's going to do anything. Well, you know what I'm saying? And maybe we should start the cannoli wars. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense to me why a statue to a great Italian American who found America, allegedly.
Well, okay, two statues. He was not Italian American. Right? There was no Italy and there was no America. So he was definitely neither of those things.
I'm saying he's a great Italian who is someone that Italian American, most of the Italian clubs are like the Christopher Columbus Italian Club. You know what I'm saying? Like, people use him as one of the people we hear in America. We're Americans, but our nation of origin is Italy. We kind of look up to Columbus. Like, that's one of our claims to fame. And they can decapitate him and spray paint him like nobody's business. I don't know. The Italian church, the paint, the Roman Catholic Church.
We'll be right back.